Hello students, today we are going to learn force on a current carrying conductor when it is placed in any external uniform magnetic field. So for example, for this to learn, we are assuming that we are placing here a current carrying conductor. Assume that current is flowing in this, and the amount of current in this one is we can say that is I. Current flowing in it is I, and the length of the conductor we are assuming is L. The area cross section of this conductor we are assuming A. One more thing, that amount of free electrons, number of free electrons available in this conductor. So that total electrons we are not assuming, we are assuming that number of free electrons per unit volume that we are assuming is N. So number of free electrons available in this current carrying conductor is N. So how many total electrons are there? How can we find out total electrons? Total electrons, that means free electrons. Total free electrons in this current carrying conductor. So we can say number of electrons per unit volume into volume of the conductor. Okay, if I ask you another thing, that what is the total charge present, so I can say total charge, that I can say Q total is equal to N A L, that is what total number of electrons into charge on one electron, that we can see. Here we are taking electron. If other than electron some other charge is there, then accordingly we should replace this small a with Q, that is charge of that body. So that is total charge, and this total charge is contributing in flow of current, that we must remember. Now in further we are assuming that we are having some magnetic field, and the direction of magnetic field is like this. Okay, assuming this is magnetic field, this is magnetic field, we are assuming that amount of magnetic field are is vector B we are presenting, it is a uniform magnetic field. Another thing, we are assuming that what is the direction between magnetic field and current carrying conductor, we are assuming that it is theta, the angle between current carrying conductor and magnetic field, that is what, simply theta. If we discuss that previously we discussed that Lorentz force, magnetic force on a current carrying conductor, magnetic force on a current carrying conductor, that is FB is equal to, we know that that is Q V cross B, this we know. But this expression is valid only for one charge body which is moving in any magnetic field. What about current is moving? Then if current is current is moving in any conductor, current is there in any conductor, then we can say total electrons are total charge moving. So we haven't discussed this total charge moving. So in that case, what should we do? This Q should be replaced with QT. So in that case, I can write this like this: F B is equal to Q total charge moving into V cross. I left one more thing that we are going to discuss. Can you say me what is can you tell me the distance, speed with which these all electrons are moving in this current carrying conductor, in this current carrying conductor? We already stated that like whenever there is current, then electrons move with velocity, with speed or velocity Vd. So here it should be what then? Vd. So we are having the expression for this. Now if I want to replace this Qt, I can replace this Qt. In place of Qt I should write N E A L, and VD cross B. Very simple. So this is what force, Lorentz force on any current carrying conductor. Lorentz force on any current carrying conductor. Already we have been studied this. What we have been studied? Lorentz force. We have been studied, that is simply F is equal to QVB. Okay. In previous chapter we have been studied a quantity that we used to say current density. What was that? If someone can recall, current density J, it is a vector quantity, is equal to N E VD. इट वॉज देयर. अगर याद रहा हो आपको तो हमने ये पढ़ा था. ठीक, करंट डेंसिटी. सो आई कैन रिप्लेस दिस इन दिस इक्वेशन, in equation 1. So I am just rearranging it so that we can identify what should be written and what will be removed. So N E V D cross, not cross, N E V D, and then A L left, then cross B. If it is there, then we can write this NEVD is what? J. So I can write this expression once again in this way: F is equal to J A L cross B. But another thing we also studied in previous chapter, that is what? J for what? Current density. Current density can be written like this: I upon A. So replace this. So then we are going to have F is equal to I by A to A L cross B. Now remember what change I have written. L, here we are dealing, it is a scalar quantity, but here it has become now a vector quantity. Why? Because this A to A is cancelled and I is a scalar quantity, that we know, but it should be a cross product. So if it is a cross product, then there should be the direction which will represent the direction of J. So we have taken the L as a vector quantity, but it is, however, it is not a vector quantity, it is a scalar quantity. But what is it? What it representing is the direction of current, that is simply we can say. So now what I can write this: F is equal to I L cross B. So we got this very interesting result, that is F is equal to I L cross B. Whenever a straight current carrying conductor placed in an external magnetic field. But if what is going to happen if this current carrying conductor is not straight and having some irregular shape? Then how can we apply this? So in that case, what will we do? We'll divide this whole wire into small pieces, for which the conductor is straight. Then we'll calculate the force, Lorentz force, for these straight portions only, and then we'll add these all forces due to small elements in vector form, and then we'll get the net force due to irregular shape current carrying conductor when it is placed in magnetic